What's going on, guys? How you doing? This is the comments section. Oh wow, got this massive amp behind me. That's not normal. Also, the poster's gone. It's not gone. It's because the wall's textured and tape doesn't hold it up. It's not enough, and I don't have that putty stuff. And I didn't really know if I wanted to put putty stuff on that, anyways. But so it keeps falling, and I'm done fighting with it for now. And this, actually, this is like one of my regular bass heads. You know, like this is like a old like an 80s Gallion Kruger, really solid amp, fantastic workhorse kind of amp. That's mine. Well, it's all mine now, but this is like a regular that I use among others. But I just found these cabinets, this 210, and then there's a 115 underneath that I just found at a thrift store for $138, and they literally look like I bought them from Guitar Center brand new. And I brought it in here to test. It works. Steel, total steel. Can't even believe it. I'm just like, wow, that's incredible. So that's why that's right there. Anyways, this is the comments section. Biggie25X from Dreamline. I'm a huge fan of Rush. The pedals don't get me, but the vocals do. Can't understand having Alex sing to Ged's voice. Be honest and real, please. It's why I'm still watching you. You're obviously a Rush fan. Questions are fine. Cool. Love it. Thank you. Armor and Sword. Brad EY4HB. What's happening? After watching your bobblehead the whole song only to get that lame reaction, it's fine. You might want to brush up on your reactions and perhaps stop the song a couple of times to point out particulars. This is my reaction to your reaction respectfully. Rush. Some people responded to this, and I feel like before I respond, I need to find their response. Here it is. Okay, so, right? So you got that part? And then Joe77806 said, respectfully, nothing respectful about lame and brush up on your reactions. Bobblehead is just rude. This was an honest response and not a lot more to be said because the studio version has already been covered in more detail by this channel. Wow. Sticking up for me. Amazing. Didn't ask for it, but that's all good. Cool. Okay, and then he responds, I get you are trying to build a channel. What are you talking about? He's talking about me. He's not talking about this guy, but I get you're trying to build a channel. There are a lot of reaction channels out there. Being a passionate Rush fan, I'm going to be protective, LOL. This is like exactly what I'm talking about when I speak about like they, oh, you know, like all that. And then they get personal or whatever. They start attacking. Anyways, take my evaluation how you'd like, but if you want to grow, there are going to be other opportunities to learn from your viewers. Cheers. I mean, that's accurate, sure. And then he responded, I'm not the owner of this channel, different name, totally different person. Okay, yeah, so, all right, now I'll respond to the whole thing. You must be new here. You must be new here, that's fine. Also, I noticed that people don't like when I'm listening to something or checking something out, and I'm like moving my head to the beat, and then I say I don't like it. Because for some reason, me just keeping tempo to people makes them think that like, oh yeah, he's into it. And I guess I understand that, but no, that's not what it means. It means that I'm just following along. It also means that I'm trying to get into it. I'm waiting for something else. When you see that I'm into something, what normally happens? My face changes usually, right? Things like that usually happen. Or maybe it gets a little deeper, you know, like, but just like keeping time. Yeah, lame reaction. I mean, I think that that's what a lot of people say about other people's reactions also when they're just like, oh my God, this is so fucking, this is amazing, you know, all that stuff, you know, like I don't do that here. I don't. If I like something and I'm excited about it, you're going to know, you know, you're totally going to know. And it's going to stand out from the rest of my reactions because most of the time I just think it's fine. It's like, yeah, this is fine. This is cool. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, what video is this on? This is on, oh, Armor and Sword. I mean, of all songs, it's not even like, come on, guys. That's not even a great song. It's really not. It's fine at best. So that's the song with that cool wash section, right? Am I getting it right or am I mixing it up? I don't remember off the top of my head. And I'm not going to stop the videos in the middle. That's not how people listen to music. If I have something to say over top of the video and I feel like there's space for me to just throw it in, I will. Some people don't like that. Some people think like you're talking over the, you're talking over it. Just don't talk over it. And sorry. And I'm totally not going to stop it. Why would I stop the music? And then you wouldn't do that at a concert. You wouldn't do that any other time. Like when you're first listening to something, you have to hear the whole thing. I don't understand how people do that. That doesn't make sense to me. That should tell you right there the shit's fake, in my opinion. Sorry if that was unnecessarily harsh. I think that that's crazy. You need to listen to the whole song, in order to digest the whole thing as best that you can first time around. Or else, like, it's like watching a movie and stopping it every 10 minutes and then going out to do something else and then coming back, watching, going to the kitchen for a minute, coming back, doing, maybe that's a poor example. I don't watch movies, but you know what I'm saying? It's just that's not how you do things. It's not cool. Anyways, yeah, brush up on your reactions. Also, I know that all the shit that I've been doing and what has gotten me so many subs is thus far is not that I have a zillion subs, but I've, it has grown in the past year, has been reactions. I still don't view it as a reaction channel. Maybe that's me being, demented or something like that. But to me, it's just a music channel. It's just a music channel. Like if you want like actual reaction channels, you want somebody who loves what you love, right? They're like, oh my God, this is, you're like looking for the faces and all that kind of thing, because that's what it is, right? I don't view this channel as a reaction channel, even though I do react to things. I just view it as a music channel. Like if I'm not reacting to other things. Lots of these reaction channels, they react to movies, they react to comedy, they react to, which I actually really like comedy also. If you couldn't tell, I'm a jokester. Anyways, yeah, thanks for your input. Don't care. Sorry. Was that harsh? You can take your comments elsewhere. All right. What else? Armor and Sword. No Rush 80. Disagree. It flows beautifully for me. I have to say, though, there is no way, absolutely no way, you can fully appreciate or critique this band without paying attention to the lyrics. I don't care if you aren't a lyric person. You won't understand them without addressing that very important part of their music. Can't be done. This is another one of those comments that I had responses. So here it is. Michael responded saying, I'm glad someone has finally said this. I 100% agree. It's a huge disservice to ignore the lyrical impact that Neil made on modern music and modern literature, for that matter. There's nothing wrong with hearing a lyric then stopping to think about it, just as important as the music. And of course, I responded, dog ears, it's the season of the itch. Dog ears, with every scratch it appears. Dog ears, for every sad son of a bitch. Dog ears, with his tail between his ears. Just beautiful. Really makes me sit back and contemplate life and wonder, in what ways am I similar to a dog? Yeah, that's not what I care about. I'm not going to just I'm potentially halfway through life. I'm not going to just change like that. Oh yeah, now I like lyrics. Let me go and check out these lyrics. That's not how I process and do music. It's not. I'm not a lyricist specifically. I'm a musician. I'm a player. If I'm going to write music, I'm not going to write the lyrics first. I'm going to write the music and the melody, and then I can put lyrics on top of it, or I can do whatever. That's or somebody else can, or whatever. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying everybody listens to stuff differently. And some people, people that like stereotypically listen to country music, that's stereotypically been about lyrics first. Where I got into like metal, you can't understand what the hell they're saying. It's not about that. It's about the feel of the music, the sound of the music, and different other aspects like rhythm, tones, other things that have to do with music, not specifically lyrics. If I'm really into something, some piece of music, I'm gonna get the lyrics eventually. Like it's gonna come, I'm gonna be super into the song and more interested in the full aspect of all of it, and that will make me look at the lyrics also. But I'm not just on first listen gonna second listen, third, like none of it. Like I'm not gonna just go to the lyrics first. Also, Neil has a lot of shit lyrics, in my opinion. Point. I know I picked out one of their worst songs, but I could have also picked Taishan. I could have picked Red Tide. I could have picked a lot of stuff from their later years where it's just getting kind of ridiculous. But then you go to their earlier stuff or their early 80s stuff and you're just like, okay, this guy's a philosopher. Oh my God, a philosopher on a bike. Wow. Come on. Not discounting. Guy's fantastic. Again, if there wasn't Neil, in the band, it would be bad for business, right? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Somebody else is like, you never talk about how great Neil is. It's like, yeah, because I feel like I probably did a lot at the beginning because the guy's freaking ridiculous. And at this point, it's just a given. Like, it's just a given. The guy's really great. Now it's more, we're talking about nuances about like, oh, he's taking these lessons and how it's changing his feel. We're talking about like nuanced stuff. That I think is more interesting personally. I'm like, oh, okay. You see, instead of just like freaking hobnobbing this freaking dude, yeah, I'm not into that. I don't need my head up his ass. If you want your head up his ass, that's fine. That's not, again, that just speaks to me and also how I do the channel. I'm not gonna lie or say how I don't like those kinds of things. People are just like, when I think about it, I just think of, I don't know how to put this without making it sexual. I know that sounds weird because you probably don't know where I'm going with this, but like just people who are like overly up people's ass about like, oh, you're so great. Oh my God, you're amazing. When these people are just people, that's why I really like that comment by Brad Hart about like, yeah, these people who are all like Neil Peart, but then you look at like Vinnie Colaiuta and Steve Gadd and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, yeah, let's be real here. Anyways. That's what you're gonna get from me. It's real. So anyways, sorry about that. Okay, Rare Earth. If Alex can sing, so can the percussionist. Mark Milner 842. What's going on? Yeah, that was funny because I was going on about like everybody in the band was singing except the percussionist. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like what? That was funny. All right, Rush Spindrift. Randy Zeitman 1354, what's happening? The last 25% of Rush was terrible. I feel like everybody says except for Clockwork Angels. Everybody's like, Clockwork Angels is in a lot of people's top threes, just from what I'm seeing. Just from, like people's comments. They're like, yeah, that song is like in my top three. So, there's that. Okay, Rush Spindrift. We Dance Westy, what's going on? No, can't agree. Rush live is something special. Seeing them perform the songs adds so much more to the overall experience. I love this performance. In fact, I like it more than the album version for the above reasons. I think because you didn't get the chance to see them perform live and in person might be a factor. Canada Day weekend coming up. Happy Canada Day, everyone. Cheers, Justin. I wish you and yours happy 4th of July. Okay, cool. Yeah, so for some reason, and actually other people mentioned it also in the comments, I didn't like some of those Snakes and Arrows songs live on the tour that I liked or I thought was like I was more warm to on the album. And I thought that was interesting. I'm like, I remember liking this when I heard the album, but this isn't doing it for me. Working Them Angels I liked. Spindrift I liked. On the live tour, I wasn't feeling it. Like it wasn't happening the same way, and I don't know why. It just didn't work for me. So, and other people were saying the same thing. I don't know what that was. If something about the energy just wasn't there. I don't know. I haven't like went back and like done a deeper dissection of it. I'm just like, I don't know. It's not working for me. Listen up, 7284. What's happening? Spindrift. Thankfully, there are great versions of classics still to come. They could have replaced this one with Dog Ears or Cinderella Man. It would have been a massive improvement. Can't win them all. Damn. Spindrift is not that bad. It's not as bad as Dog Ears. We just got a sample of their Dog Ears lyrics. Come on. Spindrift is not that bad. It's not. But yeah, for some reason, I wasn't feeling the live either. I just wasn't. Jeez. Last one. Rare Earth. Gracie Folden 2359. What's going on? Oh my God. WTF, are you kidding me? You don't know this song? You living under a rock? Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, JP. I just had to do it. Yes. Yes, I got it. Because I've done the same thing where it's like, you can't hear so many people comment like, oh my God, you haven't heard this song, this, that. And I'm super truthful about whether I've heard something or not or whatever. And I had heard some parts of this. I think it was the last part. Is that like the part that they use in commercials or whatever? So I would have like heard that just somewhere, just like some TV on in the distance or like in a grocery store or something like that. I probably would have heard that part. But the song itself I hadn't heard, because I would have, if I would have heard it and known it, I probably would have been like, this is Sly Stone. Because that's what it sounded like to me. It sounded straight up like Sly Stone. Because I'm familiar with Sly and Family Stone, not with this. So that's where my ear and my mind would have put it. Anyways, yeah, you know, people do that. You can't hear it, you know. I mean, even... It's whatever. It's whatever. It's what it is. All good. Cool. I think I'm going to break it up here and do another one. Because this is getting long because of all the rant stuff. You know, I can't help it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.